Arrests were made in the assault incidents that occurred on campus last week.
How does the Senate work and how can you be involved? A behind-the-scenes look at our AU Senate.
And we hear from you. How safe do you feel on campus?
Plus a look at what's ahead on campus this week.
Along with your weather forecast.
AU News starts right now.
This is AU News.
Welcome to AU News. I'm Emmanuel Leonard.
And I'm Stephanie Racinos. AU News is a production of the Advanced News Writing class in the Department of Communication. 3 suspects were arrested after a series of attacks on our campus last Saturday. The attacks, which occurred in various locations, caused widespread concern about safety and how to communicate campus threats in a timely manner. Here's Eloise Raviel with more on that story.
Around 11 o'clock last Saturday evening, Jeffrey Baker was heading home after enjoying a play at University Towers. He got as far as Nethery Hall when he noticed something suspicious.
I saw there was someone walking down the sidewalk in my direction, which I didn't think was unusual. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until, as we drew closer, he veered off to the right into the grass and stopped to tie his shoe. I was a little bit suspicious at this point.
As Jeffrey passed by, he noticed from the corner of his eye that the person stood up, and so Jeffrey stopped and turned around. That's when he noticed 2 other young men coming from around the corner of the building, one with a gun, later found to be a fake, the other with a knife.
The one who had stopped to tie his shoes punched me in the face 2 or 3 times. I don't remember which. It was my glasses were bent and flown from my face. The lenses had popped out. My nose was bleeding profusely. It had gotten all over my cuffs and on my jackets. I didn't really know how to respond at this point.
They asked Jeffrey for the goods.
I wasn't 100% certain what they meant by the goods. I had asked them, "Do you mean my wallet?"
They took his wallet and fled toward the administration parking lot, while Jeffrey walked toward the campus center for help.
Jeffrey's was the second attack of the evening that occurred right here outside of Nethery Hall. 5 minutes previously, the young men tried to rob a student outside of Meyer Hall, but were unsuccessful. 20 minutes after robbing Jeffrey, the attackers assaulted a community resident outside of the Garland Apartments on campus.
Meanwhile, university student Wallace Borges was at a soccer tournament at Andrews Academy when he heard from friends that there were muggers on campus. He called campus safety, but got nowhere.
And then the third time we called, they said, "Hello, is this an emergency?" And I said, "Look, it's the people from the gym again." And then they immediately just hung up. So at that moment, I was like, okay, campus safety is not going to help me out.
Though the tournament was over, the group was stranded since several residential halls were now on lockdown. Campus safety sent a text message around 1 a.m., 2 hours after the first attack, notifying recipients that 3 unknown suspects were involved with 3 separate attacks and that the suspects were believed to be no longer on campus.
And that's exactly what they told us. You know, what we already knew, what we already figured out.
On Monday, University President Niels Erik Andreasen acknowledged they didn't share information as quickly as possible, and they have plans to change.
We are constantly upgrading our campus safety systems, and there's more on the way as we learn on new technologies and so on. And secondly, what we talked about tonight, more effective interaction between lockdown procedures and communication procedures to make sure that that happens from the same office so that the lockdown instructions and the communication instructions happen very close to the same time. The university is keenly committed to the safety of faculty, staff and students who are here, and we do the best we can to keep it safe.
This is Eloise Ravel for AU News.
Anyone with an Andrews login can be notified of campus emergencies by signing up for the RAVE system at the address on your screen.
During chapel last month, students were introduced to some of the Student Association senators. But what many might not know is how does this Senate function? Here's Justin Walker to explain.
AUSA Senate is a branch of the Andrews University Student Association.
Roshan Abadar Arsiri is the Executive Vice President of AUSA. He's responsible for leading the Student Senate.
I have pretty much no idea how the AU Senate works.
It seems many students do not know what the Senate does.
No, I do not.
I don't know.
So we thought it would be useful to explain how it works.
Basically, we meet every week. We discuss issues that are important to students. Senators bring forth issues. We work on them. And ultimately our hope is to improve the student experience here at Andrews University.
Each senator represents one of 24 districts.
Each district, probably a district would be, a floor in Lamson or a floor in Meyer, a floor in Bourbon, or a specific area of the community.
Students can let senators know of problems they encounter, and the matter is investigated by the Senate.
Working on even the smallest things like the water quality on campus, or finding new ways with Bon Appetit to offer better vegan options.
One of the projects in the works that Roshan is excited about is starting a bike program.
Our main goal is a student can come up to the bike rack, scan their ID card, the bike unlocks, they drive it around. They come up to, for example, Bullard Hall, they park the bike, scan their card, the lock locks, and boom, they can go.
This year there were 11 senators.
Secretary Larry Mendoza.
Senator Joshua Pazakalambo.
Senator Hannah Choi.
Community Senator Cesar Montoya.
Senator Malik Blackwood.
Senator LaShondra Wilson. Senator Giovanni McAllister.
Senator Ryan Bovee.
Senator Vanessa Rivera.
Senator Lucero Castellanos.
Senator Shastri Lloyd.
But Roshan would like to see more students getting involved.
Right now we're doing word of mouth, but towards the end of the year we're going to be releasing a recruiting video, posters, messages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just to get the people going in terms of notifying them what's going on next year, how they can sign up.
This is Justin Walker for AU News.
If you're interested in becoming a senator, applications are available at the Student Life Office. The only requirement is that students have a minimum GPA of 3.0.
Here's what's happening on our campus and beyond this week. Students, faculty, and friends of the seminary are hosting a classical concert Sunday, April 13th in the seminary chapel. Revive Vespers with Nick Miller is Friday, April 11th at 7:30 p.m. The topic is Eden's twin institutions, the final conflict over marriage and the Sabbath. And from April 7th to 11th, the Students' Financial Services Lobby will turn into a full-service financial aid station during regular business hours. Financial aid advisors and trained staff will be on hand to help students with financial aid requirements. Loma Linda's TV show called Life Online will be premiering nationally on PBS's World Channel starting this Friday, April 4th. The multiple airtimes are posted on the website on your screen.
Your weather this week. The weather has been steadily warming, although it seems to be happening at a snail's pace. There is a bit of rain coming our way before the weekend, but it should be clear up by Sabbath. Unfortunately, it is predicted to start up again Tuesday.
Our final story is the question of the week. What are you doing to stay safe on campus? Here's what you had to say.
Definitely do think more about safety and where I am, and make sure people always know, be accountable to someone, that way they know to look out for you.
I find myself a little bit more cautious.
I still feel safe, but I wouldn't be going outside by myself in the streets, around 11.
I still feel moderately safe. I usually get out of the Archie building around 1. I did leave a little earlier so I could get to Lamson before 11 the night after, but I still feel pretty safe.
Was a little bit more careful to walk my girlfriend to her car.
Now I know I'm not gonna go to a secluded place on a Saturday night by myself ever, even in Bay Area, I guess.
I was always safety conscious anyways, and preparing for anything, I like to carry pepper spray on me to make sure if something happens, I'm safe.
That's it for another edition of AU News. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you back here again. Have a great day and God bless.
See you next time.